For this project, you're going to need bags of Quikrete. They're about 50 pounds. Get help if you need people to lift them. And only work on one bag at a time because it does solidify pretty quickly. A tub that you can brew in, and I'll use this to put the concrete powder in to add the water and to mix it with a trowel, which you can get on Amazon, and then your molds. Now you can buy regular concrete molds. They can be like $30 to $40 though, maybe even 20. And because I needed so many, I didn't want to be making them for eternity. So I bought these different sized circles. They hold potted plants to catch the water in the bottom. They're really sturdy and they make the perfect sizes and styles that I needed for my project. I ordered 2 sets of 12-inch, 2 sets of 8-inch, these may be 10-inch, but I think they're good. 2 sets of 8-inch, though I've ended up only using 1, and then a set of 6-inch. So they're packs of 5, so I've been using about 20 molds at a time. You're going to want to coat your container with just a regular like vegetable oil or corn oil. I've already prepared a lot of them. You can see that there is just a really light sheen, and I'm just using a paper towel. It doesn't matter if it gets dirty or not. I just dip it in the oil and then I'm just coating the sides and the bottom. Something really light. You don't need it to puddle. It just needs to be on there really lightly. If you don't do it, your pieces will still come out, but it won't be as clean, and it kind of looks more like this. Let's see, where it's got a foam on the container. I did this twice, and I'm not even going to attempt to use them because I don't know if that texture will show up or not, but if you coat it with the oil, it'll come out clean. There's some around the edges, that's just discoloration powder. You can probably even like flick some of it off, but that's not what we're worried about. So just something in the cracks, just help it pop out easy. I know there's shadows, it's fine. I'm not a videographer. What you're gonna do is put the Quikrete in the tub that you want to use, and then just add some water. There may be instructions on the bag, but I measure with my heart here. I'm considering this crafting. I'm not building a house, so it's not all that important. I'm really just going for a certain texture that I'm looking for. It is quick to set, but you do have maybe 10 or 15 minutes depending on how wet it is. And you just want to not slosh, then you're going to get it everywhere. Just kind of turn it and mix it up. Add more water as you need to. You don't want it super runny or it won't stay on the trowel when you are trying to scoop it into the containers, but you also don't want it to be so stiff that it's rocky. I am outside, there's a windy day, that can affect the drying time too. You also may want, or should use a mask to keep any of the dust from going up your nose. I am not, it's just the risk that I am willing to take, but it is highly recommended. Especially since I'm doing this smaller batch. I'm definitely not reading instructions on how to measure, just going for the right consistency. Try to get any puddled water mixed in. You can always add more dry stuff if you need to. It's the consistency that I want, so now I'm going to take my pan and just scoop it until it gets to the right fullness that I want. Spread it around. Bang it on your surface. That helps air bubbles come to the top and kind of smooths it out, and then set it aside where it's going to dry for a couple of hours. So now I have them all filled up with the molds. Now, drying time definitely depends on weather and humidity level and where they are sitting. My first batch was probably done in 2 hours. Yesterday I made a batch at about 3:30, and then it rained lightly for about 30 minutes When I checked on them again at about 8 or 8:30, so over 5 hours later, they were still mushy. This morning, though, they were totally dry. It was chilly, it was windy, and it was rainy. So that all factors into it.